Do want to thank both Tempe Chamber, the outgoing board and chairs, and those coming in. We do appreciate it as a Tempe business, all that you do to support all of us that are in the room. So I'm proud to be up here and certainly honored to talk to our fellow business leaders here in Tempe. I will answer a couple of questions that I get all the time, so we can just knock that out right at the beginning. Yes, it was my real Social Security number that I give out. The credit card, business card, has no value to it, Steve, so we're not picking up lunch just yet. And number 3, Donald Trump's hair is actually worse in person than it is on television. That's true. That is true. So we've had a great experience, and I am proud to have the opportunity to share a little bit of our story about LifeLock. I actually am a little tired after watching that video because we have been busy for the last 5 years growing the company, but being able to add to the both Tempe economy. We've grown to over 500 of some of the most world-class employees based right here in Tempe from just 5 years ago, where, in fact, John knows us well, when there were 4 or 5 of us that started the organization. But to be able to grow and share part of the story, but I really want to share more about the key principles that we operate under at LifeLock, because I believe they're the ones that can help you as fellow Tempe organizations after going through this extremely tough economy. And so in some cases, competitors have gone away, depending on what market you're in, because they couldn't sustain themselves, but you have survived. And now is going to be an opportunity, and from everything that I see, both locally here in Arizona and the Tempe market and nationally, I believe that we're going to be able to start seeing a recovery. Not as fast as we may wish it would come, but it does present an opportunity for all of us as businesses to be ahead of the game, to think strategically, and to have certain practices, business principles, philosophies that we can all walk away from and say, am I applying that in my business? Am I going to be able to take full advantage of the opportunities that are going to present themselves over the next year? Not just in how can I leverage the Tempe Chamber. Certainly we want to voice that. We want to be looking ahead, but what can we do to go drive our business and the economy? So with just a little bit of history, I am an entrepreneur by nature. I actually even got an entrepreneurship degree from Baylor University in Texas. So if you wonder where the drawl comes from, I am originally from Georgia and Texas, but I've been in Arizona for over 15 years and absolutely love calling Arizona home. And as an entrepreneur, as many of you have started your own businesses, have led them from inception or taken over the reins, responsibility, the opportunity is to go see out in the marketplace and see a void, a need in the marketplace for a good or a service, and to be able to go out and fill that. That is the American dream. It's the story. It's what makes us unique, that we had an opportunity at LifeLock. We were reading the stories in the newspapers about 5.5 years ago that said, oh, here's another data breach. Someone lost all their information. Listen at this horror story about what happened to them in their lives, how much of their lives, both in financially and in time, they had lost. And man, we'd read the stories and I'd read it and say, well, gosh, what do I do about that? I don't want this to be me. You know what? You get to the end of the story, they'd say, so hide your Social Security number. Don't just give it out to anybody, and be careful with your documents. Thinking to myself,